Starbucks, you do realize that it wasn't just the followers of Sheikh Ahmed Musa Jibril who said your arguments were weak, right? Rather, your own fellow Madkhali said your arguments were flimsy. Firstly, Sheikh Ahmed Musa Jibril was born in America. You can't make a video on Sheikh Ahmed and then talk about his father moving to America. Secondly, nobody talked about protection from the Taghut. Rather, it was a matter of seeking judgment from the Taghut. Tahakkum is when you go to the Taghut yourself to seek judgment, like your Murtad MBS goes to and promises to abide by the laws of the UN, not when you are taken to the court in shackles and presented in front of the judge without your own will.
I'm very happy to be here with you, Mr. Secretary General. As you know, Saudi Arabia is a member country that co-founded the United Nations.
ونحن نؤمن بمبدأ الأمم المتحدة وسيادة القانون وتنظيم عمل العالم وسيادة الدول في العالم.
And we believe in the notion of the United Nations and its work and its scope and in the sovereignty of nations and the rule of law that governs the world.
مشكلتنا في الشرق الأوسط مع الأفكار التي لا تؤمن بمبادئ الأمم المتحدة.
Our problem with the Middle East is with the ideas that do not condone or believe in the notion of the United Nations.
والتي تعمل بشكل صارخ يخترق كل قوانين وأعراف الأمم المتحدة.
And that continue to operate in stark contradiction to the principles of the United Nations.
في تدخلها في شؤون داخلية الدول الأخرى.
In interfering in the internal affairs of other countries.
وفي الترويج لأيديولوجيات عابرة للحدود ليس لها علاقة بالمصالح الوطنية.
And in promoting transnational ideologies that are not related to national interests.
احنا في السعودية نمثل فقط مصالح المملكة العربية السعودية.
We in Saudi Arabia represent only the national interests of Saudi Arabia.
ونعمل مع حلفائنا في الشرق الأوسط لحماية مصالحنا وأمننا.
And we work and cooperate with our allies in the Middle East to protect our and their interests in the region.
أيضا نعمل مع حلفائنا في العالم ومع الأمم المتحدة من خلال شكل الأمم المتحدة وهيكلة الأمم المتحدة وأنظمتها.
And we also work with our allies and friends around the world, including the United Nations, according to its scope and responsibilities.
سوف نكون عضو فعال.
We will continue to be an active member.
سوف نساهم مثل ما ساهمنا في تاريخنا في حماية مصالح الأمم المتحدة وبلادنا.
We will continue to contribute like we have in our history to further the interests of the United Nations and our country.
وسوف نلتزم بالقوانين مثل ما كنا ملتزمين فيها.
And we will continue to comply like we have always been with the international laws.
شكرا.
Thank you.
The fact that you can't even differentiate between the two shows your jahal and the lack of comprehension on matters. Thirdly, I have yet to see any of his students and even general followers make takfir of others simply because they don't agree with them. And as for his students, then I can personally testify to that by taking an oath by Allah that they don't takfir based on disagreements, and I have many examples of that. Rather, that's the manhaj of Rabbi Abu Khadija to throw everyone off the manhaj and strip their self-proclaimed Salafi title from them because they disagreed with his favorite scholars.
I say, all of Ahl al-Bid'ah, they hate Rabi al-Madkhali. They hate him, ya ikhwan. So therefore he has become a test for the people of bid'ah and desires. So those who come to us, then yes, we test him with Sheikh Rabi', and we can test them with others. When we see from them some mukhalafat, or we see from them shubahat, then we test them with the ulama. We test them with Muqbil bin Hadi. We test them with Al-Albani. And we test them with Rabi' al-Madkhali. A sign of a person's sunnah is his love of Rabi'. If he hates Sheikh Rabi', then he is a mubtadi, ya ikhwan. Or he is a jahil. If he's a jahil, teach him. Say, you don't know Sheikh Rabi', let me tell you about Sheikh Rabi'. But if he knows and he continues to speak against Sheikh Rabi', or he finds a sickness in his heart or some difficulty in his heart with Sheikh Rabi, then no, this person is a person of bid'ah.
Fourthly, if you're going to generalize actions of a few followers, then condemn the people of your own cult who happily report brothers to the cops for being terrorists, while the latter had no intentions to commit any act of terror. Your own Rabbi Abu Khadija stated in a video that he will report people to the Taghut like an obedient dog. And lastly, your issue isn't with anyone going and doing jihad, because many individuals who were able to make hijrah and fight for the sake of Allah in Iraq and Syria were still seen as Khawarij by your cult. So be fair and admit that the brothers who went to Syria and Iraq were truly mujahideen if you admit jihad is fard. You won't. Instead of attempting a failed shot at refuting the Sheikh and his followers, first try not to give bay'ah to Tabun, a taghut proven by his own words.
Muhammad, he said whoever goes to sleep and has no bay'ah, he would die jahiliyyah.
Who do you make bay'ah to?
No, wait.
No.
I'm Algerian, to Tabun.
To who?
Tabun, Algerian president. He's my president.
قانون دولي وعمر الجزائر منذ استقلالها إلى يومنا هذا ما خرجت بمليمتر على القانون الدولي. احنا الدولة الوحيدة ربما.
مبدأ عدم التدخل في شؤون الغير.
عدم التدخل والسماع والطاعة والطاعة للأمم المتحدة.
القوانين الدولي، نعم.
الأمم المتحدة اللي تقرر الأمم المتحدة احنا نطبقه.
And before I let you go, you tell me after watching these two last clips why anybody should take you as an authentic source when you got exposed as a clear-cut liar.
They brought this man, what's his name? Muhammad Isa, ولا مش عارف اسمه. Yeah? Did you know this guy don't defend him, by the way? I mean, I don't know, but now, if a leader puts him, yeah? Now before that, did you know there's many videos with Photoshop against him? One of them, they said he went and he prayed janazah over the people of the Yahud in Germany. That is a lie. That's not true. One of our exposes a lie.
השייח הסעודי מוחמד אל-עיסא נושא תפילה לזכר הנספים במחנה אושוויץ ביום הזיכרון הבינלאומי לשואה ריגשו רבים.
We would like to thank and acknowledge the great work Muhammad al-Isa did.
For example, they come and they say to you about the house of the Abrahamic faith house, yeah, in Dubai. That's not true. There's nothing like that. They're a bit up to make Dubai look bad, you know.
Abrahamic house. The Abrahamic house has opened to the general public.